You feeling good? You comfortable? All right, everybody out there? We're going to get this thing started. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm Jesse Swift, and this is my classroom that you're sitting in right now. So I'm glad that we all have some room. We got chairs up front, and we got some chairs back there. Is everyone good? Okay. So we're here tonight to talk about the mountain bike season that's going to start this fall for our 2022 school year. It was working a second ago. Right, Josh?
Yeah.
You saw it. All right. Well, we'll move on from that. A couple things. This is mostly for the people online. Thanks for being here, too. If you can, mute your mic. And we do have a student manning the chat right now. And so if you have any questions, you can put it on that, and she'll take care of that for you. And then we'll also open the whole floor to questions at the end. And we will try to do this as quickly as possible. And we are recording. We are recording this, so if anybody has to leave or anything like that, we'll be able to put the video on the website, and you guys can all watch it there or get any of the connections from that. So we're going to talk about the race season and what's that like. I don't know where that's coming from. We'll talk about what practice is like, the race schedule, team clothing, some of the rider responsibilities, some of the costs associated with being on the team. Something we call shred, volunteering, how to communicate, our Devo program, and then last but not least, how to get registered for the team, registered for the county, and get our clothing order. And we have a special guest here who's in the hallway, so we'll talk to you all about your clothing. So we got Chip right here. We're calling him our bigwig. This is Chip Stark. And then Josh Blair, there in the back. He's one of the head coaches. And then myself, I'm Jesse Swift. And somebody just changed that. Finola is also somebody that helps us. And she really helps coordinate the race days. And we have Ursula. She's our communication specialist. She's really good with graphics and getting taking all the speak that all the male coaches says, and she puts it in really good writing. And then we have a lot of other adults helping out with the team. And so we couldn't do it without all these people. And there's many more, too, that aren't even up here who are. Come on in, guys. Hi. It's okay. Hi, Tyler. So, wrong. Practice. What is practice like? So practice happens on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we've changed the start time. For those kids that have been on the team in the years past, we are now starting practice at 5:15 is when you should arrive, and we'll be wheels down at 4:30. And we're going to do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and this is kind of a little shift for the team. But what we try to do is get all the students in groups of 6 to 8 at similar ability levels. So that way that group can get as much ground covered as possible. And then our practice locations, they'll still be to determine because the last few years have been a little weird. But what we try to do is get bigger groups together, disseminate information, and then we'll have those bigger groups kind of break off into smaller groups and go do their rides. All the rides are around Golden. Probably the furthest ride that we do would be Green Mountain. And most of the time we actually pedal over to Green Mountain. But we go from Green Mountain all the way up to White Ranch. So that's kind of our range and all the dirt and pavement in between. We are going to start some practices in early August. Those will probably be pretty light. And then as soon as school starts around August 11th, that's when our first full practice will be. And I think that's actually the day of freshmen. That might be the very first day freshmen come in, or the day before the other class is coming. And then sometimes on Wednesdays, we do have other activities sprinkled throughout the season. But our primary practice days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. So the Colorado League is our racing league. And this is a race team, and we do, that's our primary focus, but we also just want people out riding. So the league is really set up for cross-country racing, and the race distances, come on in. The race distances are usually between 10 to 20 miles, depending on your level. And some of those races could be as fast as 60 minutes, or some of them can take a little bit longer, like 90 minutes. They are loops. So like a freshman girl might do 2 loops, and then a varsity boy might do 3 loops or something like that. The boys and girls are separated, and then the other interesting thing is the races are run kind of like by levels, freshman, sophomore, JV, and varsity. And what I was going to say was those race times rotate through the year. So if you start, like sometimes there's a cold morning and you have to start your race at 9 o'clock out in Eagle, and but your next race, your same class might start at noon. So there is kind of that start time does rotate through. So just feel like if you have one of those cold mornings, that not all your race starts will be at that same time. So that's kind of a big deal. So the race schedule, the whole state races. We actually have people coming from South Dakota and Wyoming and so New Mexico, and it's divided into 4 different regions. And this is something new for us too this year, is that we're in the Platte region. And you can see the other schools there that we're going to compete against. And so those are the schools we'll compete against and out of 4 different weekends. And then we go to our state championships, and all the schools from all the states in the whole league will show up together. So these are the schools here on the right that you'll see regularly. And like I said before, we've moved into a new region. All right. And this is the race schedule. So I put up there the little icon, take a photo of this for all the parents who are trying to get hotels, or anybody who's trying to make plans of like, hey, we have a soccer tournament in Steamboat. When are we going to be in Steamboat for the mountain bike season? You can look up there. These are hard set, and you can see that we do rotate between Saturdays and Sundays. So sometimes it's really nice to have a Sunday race because you can go up to Steamboat. Come on in, guys. You can go up to Steamboat and have a nice Saturday there, and then you do your race on Sunday and then come back, or vice versa. You might go to, it looks like Eagle. We have the Saturday race, and then you have the next day to leisurely get home back to Golden. And then you can see the state championships has moved. In the past, it was somewhere else, but this year it's in Glenwood Springs, which is kind of cool because that's a little bit more centralized for the whole league. So there's a lot of big changes happening this year. And here you can see too who's going to be racing on Saturday of that weekend and who's going to be racing Sunday of that weekend. And these races are really fun. There's usually, 800 kids at a league, and that's just one of 4. One of 4 races happening.
So 1,700 at state.
Yeah.
1,600.
Yeah. So it's really grown, and it's been awesome to see that growth. So team kits. This is exciting. This just came out literally probably about 20 minutes ago. This got added to the site. But our new clothing has a similar design before. I do have a coach's jersey, but you can see back here we have Fletcher and Tyler in the cool baggy style jersey. All riders are going to need to buy a jersey this year. And our deadline for your clothing order is May 15th. And this is a really important date. The store will shut down. And so we want to make sure, and that's one of these big reasons why we're here tonight, is so that everyone can get their orders put in. There is a fit opportunity tonight because every brand fits a little differently. And John Gerritsen, yes, the tall, handsome man out in the hallway, he doesn't have this jersey, but he has the cut of the clothing that you'll be wearing. So if you don't know if you're a small or medium, tonight's your night to go and try on these different clothes.
Are they Caselli again?
No. John, do you want to come in and tell us real quickly about the clothing? We will have another fit night, so if somebody has to leave early and you don't get a chance to fit, we'll probably have another fit. We'll have to see how many. Did John not hear me? Nola was distracting him. Yes, James.
Is there different than last year's jersey?
Yes. Different brand.
Different brand.
So that's why sizing is important.
Yeah.
You need to get a new one, even though if you had one.
Our sponsors have changed, and so the style looks the same, but the sponsors have changed. So, John Garrison.
Okay, who rides bikes? Yeah. Who hasn't rode a bike? Who's never had, right? Who's never had one of these funny things on right here, right? So what your coaches have done is they've picked a company that makes a nice bib, short, that has a pad in it, and you don't wear underwear in it, right? Yuck. But your body goes right next to it. It's antibacterial. It's really better to that way. You'll have a bib short for men or women. Women are built differently than men, in case anybody knows. You have a jersey. There will be arm warmers and knee warmers and leg warmers that go all the way down. And then if it's really cold racing, Jesse was talking about cold weather, we've included this piece, which is basically a lightweight gore material. It's super, super stretchy. It'll be black, so you can wear it with your team kit or not with your team kit. And this is on the order form also. So you can see then what Jesse's wearing right there.
I was just showing the
Yeah.
ordering process.
Yep.
Oh,
Scroll down, there you go.
yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Oh, there's,
They're-
yeah.
Hey, Jesse, I just figured they're probably saying they can't see what John looks like. and
No.
what John
They
is
don't
showing
want to see what
online.
John looks
Yeah, you
like.
can.
Yeah. that's
No,
what
no.
that's-
Oh, sorry.
So,
Blinded.
so everybody's online.
Yeah.
John,
Here you go.
Talk.
So the
Interesting.
vest that you're going to be looking at on there, the Fiandre vest, it's super stretchy. It breathes in the back. It's wind block gore like material up front. And you don't necessarily need it, but on a really cold day before you race, if you're wearing arm warmers and a jersey and a vest and you have to like peel things off, it's easy to peel off layers like an onion and hand it in the pits. You drop it off to somebody and then you can retrieve it back later on. It's better to do that than to be really cold. And not because I'm your parent, but write your name in there, okay? Because it's like there's going to be a million of these out there. And it's like, and if you don't have your name on it, I might keep it. So that's it. We're going to keep this store open for 2 weeks. And if you can't get it done tonight, we can arrange to have a fit kit here again for a later date. Questions about clothing? Anybody? Most people?
Anything in the chat?
Anybody online have any questions? Sage, how do you use this thing?
Yeah, coaches too.
Is anybody
So-
questioning? Nobody cares. Okay.
John, are we gonna have a different thing for coaches?
Yes, and that'll be that, the coach's jersey that says right here, it's gonna look identical.
Okay.
Okay, and only the Devo team is going to be different. It'll be similar, different. But one of the reasons too that Greg's keeping the overall look of the jersey the same is because some people may use this as a training jersey. Some people may elect not to. One other thing I want to say about the jerseys, when you start adding all these prices up, to some people, it may be a daunting thing, and all this expense. If anybody here can't afford to do it, you just need to talk to one of your coaches and we'll take care of you. So don't feel weird about it. Just come to Jesse or Chip and that will be covered. And if you have other expense concerns, just come and talk to your coaches. That's all I got to say. Did I cover everything?
You did a great job.
Hey, John, don't run away. We have somebody raised their hand.
I did. Someone was pressing on the keyboard too. It was making a lot of noise. I have two questions.
Yep.
One is that how will we find out when there's another fit opportunity?
We'll just have to coordinate that.
We'll release it through, once you register through Team Snap, we'll release that out that way.
And it's going to have to happen in the next 2 weeks because we have to get our order in the next 2 weeks so that everything is put together, stitched, sewn, shipped to us. So we'll have it by mid July.
Okay, and then my next so the Team Snap, I'm assuming we can access on the website, right? We can register on the,
Yeah, I'm gonna share all that information with you here
Yeah.
shortly.
okay, so,
And keep in mind too, we're gonna order extra for the team because there will probably be about 20 to 30 people that aren't here right now that will
Right.
come in the fall. And then at that point, say you get a jersey and it's too big, too small, it doesn't matter. You can exchange with the team stock, but just don't like tear the tags off it and write it in it and make it gross. Okay?
okay, and then you showed 2 men's jerseys. Is there a difference between them?
Yeah, it's subtle when you're looking at online, or excuse me, in men's and women's jerseys will be a little more cut in the sides and a little shorter overall, because
Mhm.
typically women's torsos are slightly shorter, right? And men's, they're just more open and blocky. And then women's shorts, there's an anatomical difference to your sit position on the bottom.
Okay, but on the screen, there were 2 versions.
Okay,
Of
so,
men's
sorry about that. So this is Escape, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is more of a mountain bike looking looser fit jersey. Can you see, Jesse? Here's my model. And it's just a lightweight material, waffle material. And a lot of people like this kind of jersey. The advantage is it's lightweight and it's casual. Disadvantage, no pockets and
You can
back.
wear it to a meeting.
Okay, is that the escape one?
Yes.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. Either one is fine for the team.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions?
So if you wanted the casual one for a girl, it's unisex.
Yeah. And then there's also black shorts in here. Instead of making shorts that, can this go up and down? This is a touch thing.
No, I just was trying to.
So we're doing black shorts because black shorts are easy because maybe you fall down and wreck them.Maybe you have your favorite pair no matter what what the team is. So basically black shorts, whether it's or you can get the team short, but it's it looks like a team short, but you can also go black, and that's the inner liner. Can I go up to the baggy short?
I was just trying to get everything on one.
Yeah. There's a baggy short because some people just don't want to wear this type of stuff. And then the other part to that is if you're wearing that, and then especially for coaches and stuff, I always encourage them to wear baggy shorts all the time. So it's nicer. But there's nothing better than just a regular pair of cycling shorts when you're racing. So.
John, could you give a 1 minute thing on the quality? Like somebody asked about Castelli, if it was still Castelli, and just
It is. So people are asking, well, what's Sportful? Well, Sportful is a parent company to Castelli. They are the same company. And so when you look at teams like Bora, Peter Sagan, big well-known racer, and then all the Italian athletes, this company is what is sponsoring those athletes, that country, that team. And it's regarded as one of the number 1 products in Europe, but it doesn't always translate across the pond here. And so that's why you've probably heard of Castelli, because Castelli's been here longer. Castelli's been around for just under 90 years also. So that's a big deal. But anyways, both companies are the same. Your jerseys are being manufactured in the same places that your team kits got done. Like on your jerseys right there, the only difference, they'll be exactly the same, but the neckline is going to change just a little bit. That's about the only change you're going to see. I think it's open the chest, which will be good for a couple people here. That's it. Did everybody online hear that? Good. Show of hands. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So, all right.
Quick question. Last year, they didn't seem to care very much if we wore the prior year's jerseys. Are you saying this year because
I'm going to let one of your coaches address that one.
because of the sponsor change, should we get the new jerseys?
here's the deal. So we have basically the same sponsors as before. There is one that is different is all. And as
John and Jesse said earlier, we're trying to make this as affordable as possible. On the perfect world, we have the sponsors be correct and the jersey be this year's. But if you have a ton, like I have a lot of golden jerseys in my closet, I can't tell the difference sometimes. So we probably won't notice that. The big thing is we need you to be wearing it at the race. We really want this year for everyone to wear their golden high school jersey at high school races. If you practice in something different, no big deal, but we really want to work on team cohesiveness this year. We really want to build team. And so at the race, we're not an advertisement for anybody else. Just golden. We really want to build the fact that we're a community and a team. So if in the perfect world, it's a great stuff if you can, but if not, don't worry about it. That's the best answer. We want to make it as affordable. And if anybody has a problem with the amount we're charging for the team fee or for these, please come talk to us and just maybe explain why, and we'll try to work it out. We're trying to be as accommodating as possible.
What is the cost per kid?
Well, it depends on what you do, right? So like if you just only get the jersey, right? And you had last year's shorts,
Okay.
then it's what, 45 or 55, 50 some odd dollars there. Then, so if you get like the Neo, this is just, I had a sample. I don't have actually the real vest here today, but like if you get this, if you buy this retail, this is pushing $200, this vest, right? And so your cost is $70 on that. So those are really good prices. They've gone out of their way to give you what they, in most places they call it wholesale before they mark it up to go to retail. So
Yeah, and just to sum up, so just try to have your race jersey be current if possible. And we're going to try to give back a lot more to sponsors and showing them what we're doing, how their names are being spread around the community and at races.
yeah. All right, I'm out of here.
Another round of applause. Thank you, John. All right. So getting back to kind of our riders, this year we are looking to trying to keep our riders attending practices with all of us. And so we're adding a newer 75% attendance requirement. And if there is an issue, like sometimes we all understand things come up, but if you can let the coach know before practice starts, so that way we can make our plans accordingly, it'd be wonderful. And then we're also looking to have all our riders do some volunteer requirements, and that can be working with our trail crew or volunteering at the middle schools. And we're working on coordinating with Bell Middle School and Manning Middle School bike clubs and trying to take our experience as high schoolers and share that with our middle schoolers. And then appropriate gear, and I think that most often is related to helmets. Every now and then students out there without a helmet, but we got to make sure that all of our riders are staying safe. Our fees this year, it is $185 per rider to be a part of the team. And then, like we said, there are scholarships available if anybody needs to contact Chip here. And then the league itself also has a membership fee, and that's $150. And that is non-refundable. So even if you choose not to race, or I would think that if you got hurt through the summer and couldn't race, that they would refund that, but I can't promise that. And then each of the races are $70, and there is a price break if you sign up for all 4 races, and that's $240. Sometimes it's nice if you can just register for the whole season, then you don't have to worry about it. Sometimes there's kids who don't get registered by like the Sunday night, and then they miss out on the race. I remember going to States a few years ago, and there was a kid that got to States and he couldn't race because he didn't get registered in time. And he drove all the way to Durango and realized down there that he hadn't gotten registered in time. So my biggest advice is you do get a price break at the signing up for all 4, and then it's taken care of, and there's no like late night issues. One of the other really big things that happens, and there is a scholarship for the league as well. So if you're interested in getting that taken care of too, you can apply for that. The other big thing is we fall under a club, And there's a lot of times where the school will send out information about, hey, you need to sign up and pay for the fall sport fees. And just keep in mind that you don't pay that. You pay, we'll share the sign up in a few minutes, and then you'll pay the $185 through that Team Snap. Let's see. So our volunteering, we have trail building opportunities, and it's Jeffco Open Space. We've gone out to the trails around and dug a little bit of dirt, moved some rocks. Golden Bike Park and the Golden High School course we need help with, and then the Lookout cyclocross course too. We've helped out there in the past. And it says we always need more coaches. We're going to talk about that too in a minute. And we don't just need coaches, but we need help from other families for a lot of different jobs, and we'll share that out too in a minute. So Chip, do you want to talk about volunteering for the team?
I can if you want. or
Yeah, I would
you're
love
doing a
for
great
you.
job. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for volunteering, we have the team takes a lot of work. And by the way, Josh and I, same basic guy this year. We're splitting the effort, and we're splitting. The only thing we can't do is split the title for some reason. I don't know why the league won't allow us to do that, but we're the same person essentially. So if you want to talk with Josh, you want to talk with me, no big deal. But the bottom line is for volunteering as a parent, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. And this year we're going to really work on, like I said, building community, building more team aspects. We want to do some more team nights, like for example, something with the girls, doing special coaching clinics for the girls, or having some dinners. We want to do some stuff after practices. At the races, it takes a village. For anybody who's been in the race, it's kind of chaotic, and we just need help with food. We need help with direction, going to where the things, keeping people corralled, watching time, just every little thing like that. So as far as volunteering goes, you can literally sign up for as little as an hour at a race, or help us this season. We would like to start doing more with sponsors. We'd like to do more with the trail maintenance and try to help out the community. So again, the whole key is fun, community. One of the things I was thinking about on the attendance, the 75%. And the reason is for coaching, that's a volunteer effort as well. So anybody who wants to coach, it takes some time to get registered through the league and be a coach and make sure you're doing the right things. But the big thing is this year we want to have people set up with the right groups, and then we want to have the right coaches with those groups so that people feel like they're working together as a team within the team. Please talk to me or Josh or Jesse or Ursula, either one of us. And if you can give any time at all, if you say, hey, I only have an hour per month to give, great, we'll take it. And we'll fit you in. So, but there's some other bigger roles that we'd love to have you be a part of. And we'll have a link. I think the link is in this slideshow, or we will send it out that gives you sign up through Sign Up Genius. I believe it is.
Oh, also something about that, just to add on, there's a golden, what is it called? The Golden Pick Award. And after every season, whichever team has the best volunteer hours, you get a little recognition. I don't know. So
For the team,
yeah.
the team that has the most hours is
In
Golden
Holy,
Pick.
yeah.
Cool. I'm glad you brought that up.
On the volunteer thing, can't the riders volunteer at the race for race related stuff too? So that's a pretty easy way if you're there for half a day, like go marshal.
Oh, yeah, or parking or stuff like that. Yeah.
Those things all count.
Yeah.
You can also even just bring sometimes we just need a thing of water bottles or a few bags of chips. So even bringing your food helps.
Good job, Kara. Thank you. All right. I think you just talked about that, right?
Yeah, so these are just some of the larger roles that we need to fill.
Like just towing a trailer to the race, that's helpful in itself. And we would reimburse you for gas too if you do that. But there's all different types of things that we can use help with. And there is the Sign Up Genius for that. And we'll release that through the website. Our communication, our number one communication is Team Snap. I know some people love it, some people hate it, but it's been kind of the core way that we'll send out information. And that goes to kids and it goes to parents. When you sign up tonight, make sure that you get the right address and phone number in there so we can contact you through that. We do have a Facebook and Instagram page. That's a little bit more fun, not as there is information on it, but I would definitely follow the Team Snap as your primary communication. And then we do have our website too that has also good information that would probably parallel Instagram and Facebook.
Jesse,
Yeah.
I have a question. Is there gonna be a change a little bit this year about how we go about communicating within your team? About updates on who's showing up, who's not showing up, weather delays? How are we doing that this year?
We are working.
We're working on that.
We're talking a lot about that because we want communications, and Ursula's been doing a lot with it. If anybody has any ideas or wants to get involved with that, we know how paramount it is. So yes, the answer is, we don't have all the answers yet.
We got some time.
Yeah. And it is hard because we do have these volunteers that don't maybe always show up every Thursday. And so it's hard because in a perfect world, you have one coach, one volunteer, this set of kids, but sometimes all that stuff rotates through. And we're trying to get it so it is consistent for everybody's sake. We do have Shred, and this is just one of our things we've started a few years ago. And it's really we try to share this with the kids. Every couple practices, we go through one of the letters of the acronym about showing up prepared. Again, trying to get to the trail safely, being single file, respect your jersey, and having equality for race, sex, age, skill, and fitness, and then also displaying sportsmanship. And we are a really big team. We're the biggest team on the Front Range except for Boulder, and so we do have a lot of eyes on us, and we really want to make sure that when people see us riding around or on the trails, that we're all treating everybody out there better than we want to treat ourselves. So that is going to be something that comes up. And last year we had coaches nominating different kids for Shred, and we gave out gear and swag for kids that really emphasized Shred while wearing the team clothing. All right. So some of our sponsors that we just want to say thank you to. Stevenson Toyota is the big one. And then we have Thule and Buffalo Rose and Scott Bristol. If anyone knows Scott Bristol, he's a real big supporter of biking and of the school too. And then we have Peak Cycles as kind of our primary bike shop. And I want to talk a little bit about that. There's a lot of different discounts that we'll get through Peak Cycles. One of the biggest one is coming. They have a sister company called bikeparts.com. And in a few weeks, we're going to get a code. And that code will be for a limited time. And you'll be able to go on bikeparts.com and get everything for a cost plus 20%. So if you're looking for an inner tube, it might be $9 on the website. But if you look at the cost plus 20%, it might end up being $6 or something like that. And so this would be the time that you really want to order those bigger items, or you want to get tires for the summer, or I know kids grow fast. If you need to get new shoes for them, I would highly recommend using that cost plus 20%. We'll do that 2 times in the year. We'll do one kind of at the beginning of summer and one at the beginning of race season. And we'll give that code to everybody. That code will allow you access on bikeparts.com at that discounted price. And you'll be able to order kind of anything you want. The website has a lot of stuff. My one bit of information is if the industry is really shy on supply right now. So if you're trying to find something specific, it may not be in stock at the time that you need it. So just keep that in mind that it seems like I went on there and I could find the part for my left pedal, but I couldn't find the part for my right pedal. So just keep that in mind. If you go into Peak Cycles, there you'll get 20% off of retail. And then if you need a bike, they can give you a discount on the bike. And it will vary between 15 to 20%. And it depends on availability. Right now, springtime's coming, bikes are flying out of the store. Because supply is so limited, they are hard to come by. So if you are interested in a bike, go in. Dan Dwyer is the main contact that you want to talk to about buying a bike. And so you'll be working with him directly, and he'll be able to tell you if a bike's available or when it could be expected to come in. And then last but not least is service. There is no discount on the service, but what they will do is put you at the, they'll give you priority in the queue. I've heard things of people might be waiting 4 weeks to get a wheel built. And because everyone's trying to get their bikes repaired because there's nothing new to buy. But so what they'll do is if you need some service done, they'll put you kind of at the head of the line. And this really is important in the fall because you might have a bike race on Saturday and now it's, Tuesday night's practice and you broke some spokes on your wheel. They'll try to get you in there and get it taken care of before your race that weekend. And then we do have the Devo team, which is kind of our 6, 7, and 8 development program. This is a program that we're going to share more information about. We just want our mountain bike community at the high school know about it. We've had students like Sage come up through the Devo program, and it's a really great way for to get the students to feel a part of the team, kind of start giving them the skills so when they do get into high school, they are ready to ride well and safely and race fast. This is something that we do at no cost. And there is a fee, though. It's a $75 fee to be a part of the league. And that's covering insurance if there's any injuries or anything like that. And we're going to release information to that to Bell Middle School and Manning Middle School here soon. And then we're getting close to the end. We do have we call it the bike swap, but it's kind of the gear fest. And it's going to be happening May 15th here at the high school from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's an opportunity to kind of get rid of some of your gear that you don't need anymore because you've grown out of it. It's going to be an opportunity to buy some used gear. We're going to do some raffles. We have some bikes to raffle off. We're going to have some other product to raffle off. And we're getting some of our local businesses to come. So it's kind of probably be more of a party atmosphere than sitting in this room listening to me. So we're really excited to bring this back. We haven't been able to do this for a few years, but that'll be happening May 15th at 10 a.m. And if you're interested in participating in that in some way, please let us know. We'll be happy to help you have a booth there or something. All right. Summer opportunities. Who was I talking to? There was a student I was talking to, and he told me, he goes, oh, I know who it was. Max. He goes, I'm going to ride this summer. I said, right on. Because I think it's really hard to come into the season without any miles in your legs. And so I wanted to share with you some different ways that you can come in August and feel prepared for the season. The Rattler Race Series has some midweek races down at Bear Creek, not too far from here. And those are really fun way to kind of do some biking in the middle of the week and kind of tune up your lungs and your legs. We'll be down there as well. We'll have a tent and be kind of offering some food and drinks and just trying to support that. The Winter Park has a really good race series that are appropriate for the ages of the kids. And then GBX is another really great bike program. And we do have some representatives here today for GBX. What could you say for the summer? What are some opportunities for them?
Well, unfortunately, we're full already.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I wish we could take some more on. We have 280 riders right now.
Okay.
So next year, reach out. We'll send out
Earlier.
Yeah, we'll find us on Facebook or our website.
So and the Plus program is filled
The
too.
Plus is full. So yeah, GBX Plus is great for high school racers.
Okay.
Coming in.
What's the time frame when you should sign up for that?
We usually open registration about February. It sells out in about 2 weeks. It's twice a week. You can pick either Monday or Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday. And it's mornings or afternoons, depending on what your schedule. So it's a full program, and the Plus program is 6 months.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Ryan, did you say you're already sold out?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. We sell out in about 2 weeks. So we'll start announcing it on our Facebook page and Instagram that, registration is coming up in early February and on our website. And so as soon as registration comes out, sign up.
Are you still looking for coaches?
What's that?
Are you still looking for coaches?
I think we're good now. We have 20.
But if you have some, it may open more availability.
There you go.
we can maneuver some things around if people do want to coach.
So I would say if there's people that are, certified coaches or whatever, talk to Ryan and we make the opportunity to purchase something.
Yeah, we could open up a couple more.
There's a race in 2 weeks up in Bailey
Oh, the
called the Fandango.
Fandango.
It's part of the Rattler series. Super fun course. They just changed up the race course a little bit. And yeah, it's a fun course.
All right, thank you.
Jesse, since you're editing there too, I don't know
Yes.
if that's gonna get sent out, that midweek, the second midweek melee date changed.
Oh, it did.
It's June 13th now.
Oh, thank you,
And we're
John.
running the Colorado State Championship the 16th of July to have it be the weekend before nationals. Those 2 dates for Dave and the Rattler series changed.
Was that
July 16th?
Ryan, do you want to add anything on GBX?
No, feel free to talk to me afterwards. I'll hang out here for a little bit if people are interested in getting their kids through. We started age 6. You had a website up there for a second.
Yeah,
We started
sorry.
age 6 now. We have I call them super juniors. So we started at age 6 and we go all the way up to 18. So there's different lines of programs and different times. And we have a cyclocross program. So there's a lot of opportunities at GBX if you really want to get into cycling.
Yeah. So, and then if you can't make any of those, just go ride with your friends. Any mile that you can put in before August is really helpful. So, and as a high school athlete too, I remember that I was a swimmer and I always tried to get in the pool before the season started. That way, when we got going on practices, I wasn't totally overwhelmed. So, a lot of opportunities here in Golden to get some miles in. All right. Now, the big moment. This is why we're all here. Is registration. As you leave tonight, I'm going to hand you a sheet of paper that will have these links and these QR codes. You'll be able to sign up with Team Snap on here. You'll be able to sign up with the Colorado League, and then you'll be able to get to our website for ordering your team clothing. So this, again, let's see if there's anybody listening. When is team clothing need to be ordered by? The 15th. Awesome. And then we also would like to have our Team Snap registration done by then too. And we are going to try to do some exclusive gear for all of those that get signed up by then. Things that we can do that are custom for you before, because sometimes people move into town in July and they don't know about it, and we can't. It's difficult to get everything planned, and so we're going to try to really encourage everybody to get signed up by May 15th for Team Snap. So I think that's kind of our big spiel. How's our online chat going over there, Nolan? Okay, answering questions.
Ursula is going to handle it. Yes.
Ursula's got it. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So let's open it up to questions here in the audience, and then we can all get out of here and do our fit with Mr. Garrison. If you need to try on the different clothing, we have a restroom, and you can go try out the different jerseys. So I'm going to call him Mario because I get to see him tomorrow, and he's one of my favorite students. Okay, Mario, what's your question?
I got two. So first of all, in junior and senior year, you need to be varsity to do it?
So what would happen is you don't have to be varsity as a junior or senior. JV would be your category. Typically you keep your grade level with your category unless for some reason maybe you're racing faster than the kids in that group. So I have seen maybe a sophomore or a junior racing in the varsity class.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good question.
The other one is any specific kind of bike that any mountain bike is good.
Yeah, any mountain bike is good. The knobby tires and the flat bars and stuff like that. So, yeah, okay. Question.
How many members do you have now, and is there a limit to how many people you can sign up this year?
Yeah, no, there's no limit. Last year we had 80 riders and we had about 30 Devo, and of the 80 riders we had around 57 that were racing. So we majority are racing, but we still have people that are riding, and 80s is a lot. We keep saying we're bigger than the football team. And track too. Yeah.
Will the slideshow be shared?
Yeah, the slideshow is going to be shared. The whole video, we're recording all this, that will be shared. All the links will be shared. So that way everyone can go back through if I missed something or anything.
So will it be on the Golden
The
High School
website.
website?
Yeah, and I got the website address here at the bottom too.
Everything's from the Tiny Girl on. Except to remember that tiny arrow.
Yeah, the tiny URL for the mountain bike team. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Tiny URL GHS MTB. Any other good questions? Yeah.
Is there a deadline for the signing up for the Colorado Mountain Bike League also make it clean, or is there?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think that can be
Um,
done by
Yeah. you can
August
do that.
or July.
Exactly. I had a freshman as well who grew up through the program, and she's going to be a senior right now. And we were completely disorganized. And the league helped us, and the team helped us. So please be sure to talk to any of us about trying to help you out with any of those questions and getting things out.
Let's talk about coaches.
You want to come up, Josh?
Hey Chip, we really talk about fun and all.
Nope, so fun.
I'm Josh, and I just want to talk about coaches real quick. We need a lot of coaches. It takes about
Y'all can, we just have a couple minutes for Josh, please.
it takes probably 40 or 50 coaches to make this happen, and there's some work involved to get certified. But to be a level 1 coach, it's pretty easy. Background check, a couple online trainings, and that's about it. It's a small fee, if I recall, like $25. Is that right?
Yeah, to do the registering.
It is the most fun you can have as a parent. It's awesome.
And you can start. John got me started in as the Devo program at Bell Middle School, and you can have literally everybody. And I did it last year with Manning School as well. And I literally had a little girl who was barely learning how to pedal, and to Sage, who other than having to fix her tires just about every ride, wherever dad went to, I forgot. But anyhow, she was awesome. And now she crushed the field last year in JV as a freshman. So anyhow, we have all types out there. So all riders, and we need all coaches to fit all riders. And we will help you through that process. Jesse is an amazing rider, and Yoda for helping kind of coach you through that process too and getting started. And we're going to try to encourage John to helping us coach the coaches as well.
Coach the coaches. If I coach you, there's a fun certificate that you'll get because you can't be boring, mean, crass. You got to have fun. And what do we always bring to practices? Say for Devo.
Helmets?
Candy.
We have a question from the chat. They're wondering that if their work schedule's busy, if they can't make to every practice, but they still want to.
So we would love to have coaches coach Tuesday and Thursday, but if you can't, only one day a week is great. We'll take that. One day a month, we'll take that. Just need to coordinate that with your ride leaders. So there's 3 levels of coaches: L1, level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 is the easiest introductory, maybe great for your first time. And then level 2 requires more training and also a WIFA certification, Wilderness First Aid. And that's a bit of an investment in time and money. So just be aware of that.
It truly is fun. If any of you are mountain bikers now and haven't done the coaching for the team, I highly encourage you to, because what it did was it brought to me a whole other element of riding. And that is, they always say once you get really good is you have to teach somebody, and you get to see everybody and you get to see the smiles, and that's great stuff. And so I can remember one of our students, riders, one year, she could barely ride. We gave her a borrowed bike. We found one for her. She rode. She took off a tree limb about this big around and crashed, and brought her in, and she was just a little scratched up, no big deal, but she had the biggest smile ever. And it was awesome. And so that's the type of thing we're looking for, is the fun.
Hey, can I say one thing too? The WIFA certification, that's wilderness. What is that?
First aid.
First aid. It's a 2-day class, and it is so useful. I've had it. I've been riding with kids that ricocheted through trees and broke both the bones in their arms, and the parents stood there like mouth breathers, and they didn't know what to do. And you take these classes, and it kind of prepares you to handle situations like that. 4 weeks ago, a friend of mine was in the desert, shattered his clavicle, broke his elbow, 4 ribs, and half of a lung. Okay, and because somebody was there training, they were able to stabilize them, put them in position of comfort, and then move them out. And it's like you just have that confidence to handle things, and then there's all sorts of tools that the team provides you with. So it's really useful, not only as a coach, but in your life.
Just want to follow through with on that. Any parent who's listening to John, most riders don't have a crash like that. So just so you know, we don't encourage crashing. And so the other thing I kept talking about is fun. I also want to emphasize that we have incredibly fast riders on here. And you are a fast rider or want to be a fast rider and want to be at the top. We have some of the best in the state. Sage was on the top of the podium. These 3 girls were often in the top 10 at least, and top 3 podium girls. These at some races. So we have really great riders as well. And talk to Ryan, as he mentioned, he's got other ways to boost your skills. So we're going to try to do both fun and fast.
Yep. And you don't have to go fast, and you don't have to race. We just want to see you on the bike. That's the important thing. Big smiles. What else? There's a lot of this information that we talked about is available on our site, and also some of the information is also available on the Colorado League site. So coloradomtb.org is that site.
Yeah, and that leads us into, if you have more questions, Chip's email is up here, Josh's email, and my email. And please feel free to reach out to any of us, and we'll get back to you quickly, and hopefully we can answer your questions as best as possible. I was under an hour. That was even Swift there, right? All right, thank you everybody for being here. We'll stay around. Garrettson will be out there fitting clothes, and if you have any questions, please let us know. We look forward to seeing you on the dirt in the fall.
Make sure everybody has one of these too.
Hey, Sage, thank you for your good job, bro.
Let's go. See about the size.